From now onwards, we will consider some special operators in C, and in this lecture, we will talk about one such special operator, that is conditional operator. In this lecture, first of all, we will have an introduction to conditional operator. Then we will look into some quick facts related to conditional operator. Apart from that, we will also have a look into a homework problem related to conditional operator. This is how a conditional operator looks like. Question mark, then a colon. Let me tell you one thing. Conditional operator is a ternary operator. Therefore, it requires 3 operands. Now let's try to understand why do we need this conditional operator. Let me take one example. Here in this example, it is quite clear that if marks is greater than 33, then result variable will store a character P, otherwise it will store a character F. Let me rewrite this whole code in a different way over here. Here, instead of writing these multiple lines of code, I'm writing just a single line of code by using this conditional operator. Marks greater than 33, then question mark, then P, then colon, then F. This is how a conditional operator can replace an if-else construct, and this is what we need to focus upon. Now let me ask you one question. Which one do you choose? Of course, you will prefer this one because it requires less lines of code and less efforts. But let's try to understand how this particular operator, that is conditional operator, is mimicking the behavior of if-else construct. This is the expression we need to focus upon. The first thing that we need to note down is that marks greater than 33 is a Boolean expression. Therefore, it will return either true or false, right? When this condition is satisfied or when this condition returns true, then this character will be stored inside the result variable, and if this condition is false, then this particular character will be stored inside this variable result, right? Now it is quite clear that how it is mimicking the behavior of if-else construct. The next point we need to note down is that this particular expression is a conditional expression, which is after all an expression only. Therefore, it is an R value and result is L value. This result variable is an L value and this is an R value, and this is our assignment operator, right? Okay. After understanding this point, that how conditional operator is mimicking the behavior of if-else construct, now let's try to consider some quick facts related to conditional operator. The first fact that we need to consider is that conditional operator is the only ternary operator available in the list of operators in C language. Please understand this point. It is the only ternary operator available in the C language. Apart from that, this is how our conditional expression looks like. Like expression 1 is our Boolean expression. After that we have a question mark. Then we have an expression 2 which will get evaluated if an expression 1 returns true. If expression 1 returns false, then expression 3 will get evaluated, right? If we simply write 0 instead of some Boolean expression, if we replace this expression by 0, then that simply means false. We already know that 0 means false, and any value other than 0 is treated as a true value. Therefore, if we replace this expression 1 by 0, then that simply means false, and therefore expression 3 will be evaluated. For example, let's suppose I declare a variable result equals to 0 question mark 2 colon 1. Here please note down this point. Here instead of writing a Boolean expression, I simply provided value 0. 0 means false, therefore 1 will get stored inside this result variable. Therefore, result variable now contains value 1. Okay? Now it's time for a homework problem. What is the output of the following C program fragment? This is quite a complicated looking C program fragment. Try to understand this program fragment on your own. Here I declared a variable var and assigned it a value 75 and another variable var2 and assigned it a value 56. And I also declare another variable num. And to this num variable, I'm assigning the result of this whole expression. You need to evaluate this expression on your own, and after that, what is going to be the output when we try to print this num variable? You're always welcome to post the answer in the comment section below. Okay friends, this is it for now. Thank you for watching this lecture.